Okay, welcome back. Here we are. So Capcom made some really good beat 'em ups, and this is, a lot of people regard this as their best. It's definitely one of their best known, and we're gonna play it. So unlike Final Fight, this does have a third button. Can speed up all the cutscenes by just holding buttons. There's 4 characters. They're all really neat. We're gonna play as Predator Warrior because he's really good. One of the main things that's like immediately noticeable about this game is that your characters are just like ridiculously mobile. Like right now, I can jump the full length of the screen at any time. So, it is one of the most mobile games that I've played for a beat 'em up. Anyway, we brought this pipe with us because this game has some problems with overlapping hitboxes. So, in this game, if you have an attack hitbox overlapping with another attack hitbox from the same character within the hurtable area of an enemy, the game just doesn't know what to do with that and causes each of them to hit on every frame. Or alternating frames. I don't know. It's one of those two. So, that boss also just has low health in general, but makes quite a start. Anyway, Predator Warrior has this move, which you do by hitting down-up attack. It's called double kick, and it's really good. You can do a slide by doing down and jump, and then cancel it to double kick and hit grounded enemies and pick them up off the ground into it. You can do a combo like that and just get lots of damage. If you hit jump and do back, you can do these back jumps that are really fast. Predator has no qualms about using just whatever we find. It's pretty funny to see a Predator just standing there in the combat pose shooting a gun. Or eating whole pizzas. That's how we fix stuff. In this universe, we just break it more. Oops. So, unlike Final Fight, we start this game with 1 life, and we got an extend somewhere in stage 1. Smash the other controller to fix it. And that's it. We're done. If we die twice, we are game over. We have to rely on our coin shoot again. But this game has a 30-second countdown, so it'll be good if that happens. So yeah, if you can get enemies grouped up with double kick, you can kind of do some shenanigans. Alright, so let's see. Whoops. Well, I guess we're not doing that strat. So, Razor Claws is an interesting fight because he actually doesn't have a lot of invincibility when he stands up. He just attacks right away. Nope. That's kind of bad. Okay. we're riding some disaster here. Anyway, stage 3 is kind of out of place in this game. It's almost a bonus stage, but you can die in it. This isn't just a shooting gallery. Oh yeah, you can just use the plasma caster in the regular stages too. I tend to not because it just doesn't really do that much damage. Every once in a while I'll use it, especially some of the enemies that can't be lit on fire end up taking quite a bit of damage from it. Alright, stage 4. Not much different. This is probably, this is a bit of a difficulty spike. But not too bad. We should be okay. The big problem is that the food in this stage is oddly placed, because there's a big food drop right there. And then there's not one for a little ways, unless we get the lucky one. There's one random one that can happen in this fight, but... playing it a little safe here with the spear dive because, again, just kind of an awkward screen sometimes. Get some chest bursters. Chest bursters die to any hit. Don't do too much. These guys I'm going to use the plasma caster on because they die instantly if you knock them down, which plasma caster does. Otherwise, they take quite a few hits. And then in addition to chest bursters, there's these face huggers. And face huggers are significantly more dangerous. The chest bursters just do a little bit of damage over time. The face huggers actually do like half your health immediately if you let them do their damage. We don't get charged. Yep. Should be the last of the enemies on the screen. Okay. Hunt Mustang. So we're past the most dangerous part of this. Okay. And we get a new enemy type here. These guys down here are defenders. They're the only enemy in the game that can block. But if you do something that would knock them down, they'll break their guard. And if you do a forward jump kick, you can... So the predators can do this technique where you... Okay, well I guess he's just going to do weird stuff instead of blocking. But you can do this forward jumping kick, and then turn around and kick that way, and it'll break their guard. Defenders attack really, really fast, so... Doesn't matter too much there, because we're right before food, but... Good example of what can happen in this game if you let things get out of control. And this game, I do play this game on hardest, just out of habit. So there's an example of breaking the guard. Alright, now we fight the Alien Queen. The Alien Queen is very big, very angry, and not very smart. We've completely perplexed her by standing on a box and defying gravity with our footing position. That strat is, Lynn actually has the best strat on that boss, but obviously I can't just switch characters randomly. Alright, so now we get to the part of the game where the pace changes a lot, because we start fighting humans, and humans all have weapons. Like, with the exception of the bosses, every human enemy is going to be able to drop weapons. Which kind of means part of what this game turns into is keeping the floor clean. Because if they don't have a weapon, humans will actually just run away. Like they'll try and pick up stuff that's on the ground, but if there's nothing for them to pick up, they'll just leave. So sometimes instead of actually killing all of them, it's easiest to just make them drop stuff, and then they're gone. Take cover. Now's where we learn that this general guy is trying to use the aliens as a bioweapon. They're torching stuff with a power loader. Pretty cool. Okay, hopefully we get background guy here. Yeah, background guy. Look at him up there, just running along, not a care in the world. Alright. So yeah, knives are pretty useful for... One of the reasons Predator Warrior is so much better than the other characters is that anytime you get a knife, you can throw it and do a double kick and get the damage bug. But anyway, we're going to taunt this guy and then he's going to leave. We're just going to let him leave and we're going to fight this power loader instead. And by that I mean we're going to just shoot it. Alright. So stage 6 is going to be a lot more human enemies. There's going to be a mix of humans and aliens a little later in the stage. And with human enemies, while they're not too difficult, you do have to be careful because getting in a bad situation where you get shot can turn bad really fast. Human enemies also have a kick move they do that's disproportionately dangerous to how it looks. They typically won't do it if they're holding a weapon, but they can do it. Okay, now our only bonus game. Gotta break the box. By that I mean shoot the box. There's a technique you can do in this stage where you take the smart gun and carry it through the entire stage, and it'll kill the boss of this stage instantly, but it takes a lot of doing. It's not really worth it. This lone guy comes to try and save the day. He left. There's a knife there. Weird. Now the humans learn the folly of trying to control the aliens. The aliens all break out and kill everybody. Except they're like kind of on the same team, because like every once in a while you can get humans and aliens on the same screen, and they won't attack each other. They'll just leave each other alone. Like, I realized it'd be a lot of programming, but I always thought it'd be a cool thing if the humans and aliens interacted in a meaningful way. Another thing I didn't really talk about, I guess, is the characters in this game, with one exception, all have like a weapon that they have default equipped. And anytime you get knocked down, you lose it. It changes your move list if you don't have it. The Predators it's not too big of a deal if they lose it or not. Lynn, it's a big issue if you don't have your weapon. And Schaefer actually can't drop his weapon because it's a giant arm attached to him. Alright. So now we fight the Mad Predator. We're gonna try and do something specific to him. If we mess this up, bad stuff happens. Yeah, if you're close to him when he's standing up, he can throw you, and that throw does a lot of damage. Yeah. Whew. These guys are dangerous. They can do this like tail whip flip thing, which is very, very fast. That thing, that move is a problem. We lost our weapon. We'll get it back eventually, but for now it means we're going barehanded. Which, like I said, for the predators isn't too big of a deal. There's some argument that one of the predator hunter might actually be better without his weapon in a lot of ways. This is an item that they put in the game. The Predator Disc is really strong. I think I should have a weapon in that top left box. They periodically give you your weapon back if you don't have it. Oh, I might put it off screen now. It'll be in one of the boxes in the next fight for sure. Disc is so strong. Whoop! Jumped a little too late. So you can pick up multiple copies of the same gun in this game, and it'll reload them, which adds extra ammo. This gun starts with 24 bullets, and you can have up to 72 in it if you pick up 3 guns. Now we fight the stage 1 boss, except there's 2 of them. This fight has a kind of dangerous bug in it, where sometimes if you kill one of these guys and let the other one roam around, he'll vanish, and then your game is over. So we're gonna hope that we don't do that. I've never done it on accident before. I've only had it happen when I purposefully showed it off. So it's pretty difficult to get to have happen, but oh! Surprised you grabbed me from there. The power loader is, that attack is the real danger. The flamethrower is super, super dangerous because it hits the entire length of what it's showing the first frame that he does it. but got food here, so should be okay. That was weird. I managed to get hit airborne and do the grounding. Bad input errors on my part here. Okay, well if we can make it past this fight, we've got some breathing room. This fight's pretty easy for Predator Warrior compared to some of the other characters. Stalkers are like... Obviously, they don't have much health, but they tend to attack from weird ranges for the other characters. Those guys got woken up early. All right. Now our Predator chugs about 15 sodas or so for good health. And those guys just kind of come out and throw stuff and then leave. So this is another fight, like, this fight, keeping the floor clean in this fight is really important because there's a lot of enemies that spawn here but don't have a weapon to start out with. So if the floor is clean, they'll just leave. There would have been about like 5 or 6 more enemies at the end there, but there's nothing for them to pick up, so they just went home. Oh, yeah. It's a new technique. Wasn't trying to scroll the screen there. Alright. Now we found this guy again. So, another big wave of human enemies. Again, we're gonna try and keep the floor clean. We're also gonna try and keep this ammo for the pulse rifles together if we can. Now, we don't want the enemies to pick this up. Oh, I didn't pick up the bird. If the enemies pick up this rifle, it will... The game doesn't keep track of how much ammo is in guns that the enemies are holding. So if they pick it up, it'll reset back to the default amount of ammo. almost done with these guys. Alright, well that was sloppy, but we got there. Gore warning. So yeah, he's dead. So yeah, the alien queen's still alive. She's after us. We're gonna shoot her with this gun a lot. She's not gonna die from just this, but it's gonna get us a good head start on the fight. So you can fight her, like, kinda honestly, but she doesn't get hit like other enemies do, so it can be kind of obnoxious. So instead I just try and abuse my firepower. And that attack she's doing up there, that tail grab thing, that does kill you. Alright, well, we'll just no miss to make up for whatever else happened. And nothing. Ugh. Woo! Oh. We did it. We beat the alien queen. We beat all the humans who were doing all the stuff. So, but we still have a problem. There's still the alien infestation that's on the ground. There's all those aliens in Sandrad that are just running around causing chaos. So, what's our plan? Let's just drop the ship on it and nuke them. Nuking a major California city sounds like a good way to end the alien invasion, right? And then, as with many arcade games, it gives you the sad game over after you're no longer playing. Alright, well, I'm gonna set up the next game, which will be Vendetta.